other side is not playing by the same rules. If, you know, I hate using World War II analogies because people draw all sorts of conclusions, but it's a touchstone that most folks understand. If the Allies said, hey, Hitler, will you go neutral? You've taken over France, you've got Northern Africa, you've got all this stuff. We'll stop if you stop. Okay, he'll stop for a little while, then he'll keep coming. I think that right now, many things went on with the left, just like what we were talking about with the banks. They're using words as if they're going to neutral. They're pulling out of certain things. But they have decimated the economy. They have decimated many of the causes here. Don't forget, Climate Action 100 Plus, which I know had an accident, but there's still a lot of members, including Bank of America, that's all in on it, specifically says they will rate corporations and give them negative ratings if they give money to any C3 or C4 that does not align with their climate goals, which means ALEC, which means SFOF, which means the state financial, which means the State Freedom Caucus Network, which means Consumers Research should get no money from the other side. We need to stop their momentum and then push back. We don't need them to go, oh, we're neutral now. We've run over 90% of your world. We've burned down 90% of your house, and now we'll stop. We need to say, guess what? You need to stop burning down my house, but you now have to help me clean it up and rebuild it. And sometimes that means not neutral. It means get us back to where we can be neutral. It's not enough to say, we're no longer going to push the DEI agenda, but we're still going to have trans bathrooms, so you can go to any bathroom you want and do whatever you want. No. You have to rip out all those policies. So yes, we should get to that space. I think it's important to remember some of those pieces. Lisa, then we have a question.
Well, and I was just going to jump in. We were talking at breakfast about, you know, it's not, just to your point, it's not enough to be at neutral. We have got to take some, whether it's Larry Fink or Brian Moynihan, we have got to take one of these guys out.
Yes.
And, you know, and it's like the Scalps. I don't know what the movie is, but, you know, taking the Scalps.
It's Star Wars, too.
Yeah. There was something in Star Wars about taking the Scalp, right? We have our good examples. We're cheering every day when we get out of something. But, you know, unless Larry Fink, and you're right, it works right now. And yes, they're kind of tiptoeing out of different things. But they're going to continue to kind of work on that. We've got to, and Brian Moynihan would be the perfect person. We were talking about it at lunch, or breakfast. And I think he is ideologically all in on everything he's doing. I'm not sure, Jamie Dimon might have said what he said and all that. I don't think ideologically he's all in. I think he is just seeing where the winds are blowing and trying to have his cake and eat it too, and I'm going to play footsie with everybody, and all is going to be okay for JP Morgan Chase in his mind. Brian Moynihan is the guy, or Larry Fink is the guy that we should have to go.
So two things. First, follow up on the neutrality issue here. I don't think we should get wedded to that. Neutrality would be a fantastic improvement, but publicly held funds should reflect the values of Americans. And if that means we're not going to invest in companies that support boycott, investment, and sanctions, or we're not going to invest in companies that use slave labor in China, or we're not going to invest in companies that invest in Iran because it's a threat to American national security, we should 100% have those policies.